5 strangers, 1 common goal: to lose weight and get healthy. Subscribe to this channel to follow their year-long collaboration to lose a collective 500 pounds. The 500 Pound Project presents Collab The Flab. Hey everybody, and welcome to week 12 weigh-ins. Thank you for letting us have spring break last week. It did us a lot of good. I'm actually super excited for you guys to see this week's weigh-in, so let's get to it.
What's up guys, how's it going? I apologize if my voice sounds really hoarse. I've been yelling at 5 to 12-year-olds for the last 12 hours. Also, I spent that much amount of time in the sun and got sunburned. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but how about that tan line? Let's get right into the weigh-in. I'm super pumped because I'm finally out of the 340s. I felt like I was in the 340s forever. So I finally got over that hump and I'm officially 338.6. Thank you, God. My diet plan for reaching that goal didn't change a whole lot. I've been working more on portion sizes, which has been huge. So portion sizes all the way will help so much. I've almost been going by like a personal Weight Watchers, not like an official thing with points, but you know, portion sizes, you can still enjoy the foods you like, but you need to modify the portions and maybe what goes into them sometimes. But yeah, that's been huge for me. That way I'm not craving anything and then I don't binge eat later on, which was has been a huge problem my entire life. So like I've said in like previous videos, I'm just slowly weaning off of really crappy foods. I have been eating a lot more vegetables, so that is always a good thing. I've been eating a lot more salads with much better dressing. Been staying away from ranch, which is kind of my weakness when it comes to salads. Working out wise, I'm getting ready to do the push-up, sit-up challenge that Amy presented to us a few days ago, so I'll be doing that this week, which I'm pretty excited about, but nervous about at the same time. I was reading in one of the Facebook forums not too long ago, and somebody brought up Tybo by Billy Blanks, and I totally forgot about Tybo by Billy Blanks. I used to do Tybo in elementary school for PE, and at the time it didn't seem too difficult, but I was also in elementary school and probably about 500 pounds less. So out of curiosity and somebody reminding me about Tybo by Billy Blanks, I got up on YouTube, pulled up a video, and I didn't do so well. Problem number 1, I'm a lot less flexible than I should be. I feel like it was geared more towards like a 3-month in white belt, but I'm more of like a orientation of white belt. So I need to be broken into some of those moves, but I hadn't had that yet. I'm just an orientation, so you know. That was an issue, but it was a great workout. My human moments for this week: not putting on suntan lotion and getting sunburnt. That was a human moment, and now I can barely move my face. It hurts. Another human moment: going straight into a difficult workout without stretching. That was dumb. And one of the more exciting human moments for me was turning down food. I know that sounds really weird, but for somebody that if food is free or delicious and somebody offers it to me, I rarely turn it down because I love food. I'm a foodie. So I turned down food several times this week, which was kind of a big deal for me. So I was kind of excited about that. Not at the time because I really wanted that food, but later on I felt pretty good about it. My goals for next week, I just want to be super realistic with it and go 1 to 2 pounds. It's the healthier way that I know of, and just really stay on that pace, 1 to 2 pounds a week, and really try and reach that 100-pound goal by the end of the year. So cross your fingers for me. We're gonna be busting butt and we're gonna get it done. My advice for you this week, it may sound super simple, but just stand more often. I know a lot of us in our busy work lives and things like that, we sit so much. I know since I'm doing a lot of artwork and photography and things like that on the computer, I sit for upwards to 15 hours a day in front of a computer, and it's not good for posture and it's so unhealthy for you. So when you can, and if you can, work as long as you can and as much as possible standing up. It'll burn more calories, it's good for posture, it's good for your health. Stand more often, and it's one of those things where you don't even have to move so much. I think somebody said If you stand for an hour, it's like 30 calories, and that's not even something like that, 30 calories, and you're not even really doing anything at that point. I mean, if you're doing like high knees or something like that, or dips or squats or whatever while you're standing, you probably burn a lot more. But if you're at work or you're at home just watching TV, why don't you stand while you're watching TV? That's what I've been doing the last 3 months. Anytime I watch TV now, I stand, and I really don't notice it. It's not that big a deal. I just stand there. It's just kind of part of my routine at this point. So yeah, my silly kind of helpful advice this week is to stand. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry I look like a lobster this week and I look disheveled. It's been nuts, but I will see you in tip-top shape next week when I believe we are doing a live weigh-in. Be safe, stay healthy, and I will see you next week.
Alright guys, so I'm obviously not Chantal. Chantal is feeling very ill. Unfortunately, she does not have a voice and she really needs to get some rest. So we asked her to choose rest and put her needs before making a video for the collab this week. If you have time, please go to the comments section and send her your love and support, because she's been kind of bummed out with how long she's been dealing with this, and I know that she could really use some love. One thing is she is still putting her health first, and she is still losing. Her weigh-in for this week was 253 pounds, which is a loss of 6.6 pounds. So proud of her. Even when she's not feeling well, she's still making smart decisions and still trying to get this done. So hang in there, Chantal. We love you, and hopefully we'll see your beautiful face next time.
Hey everyone, I'm just coming back this week to give you a little bit of an update to let you know where I am this week. So last week I weighed in at 289.9 pounds, so just barely under 290 pounds, which is crazy. When I jumped on the scale this morning, I weighed in at 283.7 pounds. I was so happy about that, which if I'm doing the math right in my head, is 6.2 pounds. I was pleasantly surprised with that. Only reason is, actually several reasons I should say, is my workouts and my diet could have been definitely better. What I've done and what my plan is to do is to change things just little by little. Instead of just going into everything full blown, that hasn't worked for me in the past over the last 6 months. So I'm gonna just make little changes up until where I'm just going at everything hard. So that is my plan. So this week my food was kind of so-so. Like I said, I made small changes to where I am eating more healthy stuff more often. I could definitely do more fruits and veggies throughout the week. One thing we're going on a cruise in 2 weeks from today, so you don't want to go buy a ton of other stuff to fill our house so we don't eat it and it goes bad. But I think I just need to stop making excuses and just do it. With working out, I definitely stepped it up this week, I think, compared to where I was at. I got out and I ran, I think, twice outside and ran twice inside on my treadmill this week, as well as I biked outside with my son on the back, like in the little car seat. I did that, I think at least 5 times, maybe 6 times this week, and we rode 4 to 5 miles every time, which that's not like way far, and not like that hard to work out, but I got my blood pumping a little bit. So I just want to continue doing that, at least on the bike, and then just increasing my miles every week to get back to where I'm at least can do a half marathon again. Half marathon. My human moments this week, I would say, were realizing that I can't just go into things full blown again and get back to where I was immediately, to where I was running 13 miles every weekend, 5-6 miles every night during the week. I need to go into it little by little, just so I don't hurt myself for one thing, but my body isn't used to it. So what I need to do is just realize that it's gonna take me some time to get back to where I am. It's definitely hard to know that I've let myself go this far again, but I know with the hard work and dedication I will be able to get there. So that was my human moment for this week for sure. This last week, I have started doing something each and every day that I absolutely love and look forward to. So I ordered a little marker on Amazon that's white that you can write on almost anything. The thing I was looking for most is it can write on a mirror. So what I do is I get up every morning before my wife gets up and I write something on the mirror. First off, for her, something to tell her I love her, to tell her how beautiful is she, whatever that is. And then second, I write some type of motivational quote for me to push me, to give me that little bit of motivation in the morning that I need. It's helped though. It's definitely reminded each and every morning what I want to do, what I want to accomplish, and it's just pushed me in the right direction in the morning. So I think I'm gonna continue doing that, and hopefully it will help. So I have a goal this week to lose at least 5 more pounds, and I definitely think it's doable, which would put me at what, like 278, give or take, if I'm doing the math right in my head. I'm definitely not a math major. So I'm gonna do it though. That's my goal, is I'm gonna lose at least 5 more pounds, shooting for 10 though. And if I can do that, I'm gonna be in the place where I want to be. So this week I start my midnight shift at work, where I work 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. In times past, that's when my binge session at night. So my goal is to not binge at all this week while at work. For me to do that, I definitely need to make sure I prepare. I think that's gonna be number one, and that's key, I think, to making sure I take the foods that I want and I need to eat. So I guess I'm gonna have to go to the store to get some food. I just know as long as I put in the work, and I'm gonna see the results that I want and that I flat out need. So again, I appreciate everyone's support, and I wish you guys all the best of luck as well. Let's go get it.
Hey guys, Amy here, aka Water's Wife, and I am so excited to give you my weigh-in. In fact, I was so surprised by my weigh-in this week that I had a priceless reaction, and I actually took a picture of it because I don't know if I just wasn't expecting it. As you guys know, we took 2 weeks off. Well, we took last week off as a spring break just to kind of refresh, regroup, and get our bearings about us. And it did some good. I actually released a lot of stress, and it showed on the scale, which is nice because I feel like for the month of January and February, I feel like I was spending so much time making sure that everything was in place for everyone else to be successful, and that I was concentrating on other people, that I actually tended to forget myself, and I put myself kind of last. I kind of decided a few weeks ago that I needed to express what I needed and put some of my needs first and surround myself with people who would uplift me, and that's exactly what I did, and I think that the numbers on the scale have just been showing that this week. So without further ado, so I got on the scale this morning and I weighed 291 flat, which is a loss of 6.8 pounds in the last 2 weeks. Oh my goodness gracious, like I am so excited. I'm so excited that my hard work and the little changes that I was making in life are starting to show. Now I know I'm probably gonna have a plateau because I've had 3 good weeks in a row now, so I'm expecting that. Also, it's going into that certain time, so I'm mentally prepared, and I'm trying to make some different changes going into it in hopes that I can kind of combat that, and hopefully I can keep the ball rolling because I feel like I'm on a really good track right now. We will see. Things that I did this last week is I just tried to enjoy the weather. It is so sunny and beautiful in Utah right now. There's a walking group at work where they walk around the building. I tried to jump in on that a few times. I mostly, like this last weekend, we had my sister, and instead of going to a movie or just staying at home, we went to the zoo, which Kurt actually came with his family with us to the zoo, and it was just fun to just like get out and stretch your legs and breathe the fresh air. even though the pollen's trying to kill me. But it was just great. The little changes of just trying to be more active and less just sitting around, which I tend to do a lot of in the winter time. Something that I found at Costco this last week was this spicy avocado hummus. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I have been eating that with so many different things. I've been dipping like my fresh veggies, like my peas and my carrots in it. Also, I tried it with some crackers when I kind of needed a crunch. And then this morning I made scrambled eggs and put that in as a mixture with some like a real avocado. It's so good. Like, I don't know, I don't even like love really spicy food, so the word spicy before it is kind of misleading. It's really good. If you guys have it at your Costco, you really should try it because it's delicious. This week, as far as human moments go, it's just a matter of like I'm trying to avoid sugar, and I do so good during the day when I'm at work, which is actually when I think that I would have a hard time because I'm just sitting at my desk and I get munchy really easy. But I found it this week to be really easy. It was just when I came home. It's almost Easter. I'm so excited for Easter to be over because my huge weakness as far as chocolate is those darn Cadbury mini eggs. They're almost out of the store, and quite frankly, as much as I love them, I couldn't be happier. I did not buy any this week, so hopefully I can just stop. This is my biggest temptation right now. So human moments is just trying not to give in to that. Oh, they're like drugs, I swear. So as far as tips and advice, my advice is to just put your needs first. And I know that that sounds so selfish, and especially those of you who are mothers or caregivers, you're so used to putting yourself last. But how many times have we been watching like The Biggest Loser or other shows where the person is in dire health and it's because they always put other people first. They never made time for themselves. And I just think it's really important to find the time to put yourself first. I know it's easier said than done, and I know that that's really like easy for me to say because the only people I care for are my cats and my husband, and they're pretty self-sufficient. But I spend a lot of my time like trying to be a leader, and so a lot of time I do put others before myself, and I don't speak up for what I need a lot of times. So it's just really important to find your voice and find that balance, because of course you don't want to go too far in the other direction and just be purely selfish. But there are certain points and certain things in your life that you do need to be selfish, and you do have to put your foot down and say, I need this, or I need to change this, and help others to understand why you need that. Because when they find the why behind things, it's usually easier for them to give you the time and the space and the support that you need. So that's my advice, is just to remember that your health is very important. And when you're not in good health, you can't turn around and help others. So it's actually doing others a disservice when you're not healthy. So I don't know if any of that made sense, but that's my advice for the week, is just remember that you are important too, and your needs do matter, and you need to take a stand for what you need. And then my goals for this upcoming week is just to, again, tighten up those workouts. I keep like having a really great week with workouts, and then something happens the next week and I taper back on them. I've got to find the balance, and especially with the days being longer, there's really not as many excuses for me anymore. I really have to be getting my workouts in at least 5 times a week. That is my goal, to just start being super consistent with the 5 times a week workouts. So that's my goals for this next week, and I hope that we can get there. And that is our week 12 update. I told you it was gonna be a good one. I am so excited for the path that we are taking, and I think we're on a really good one. We're coming together. Now that the weather is changing, we're just all kind of getting excited for this, and I know this summer is going to be awesome. We are still looking for our 5th member. Several of you have emailed or sent us videos, and we appreciate that. We have looked at all of them. We are discussing all of you who have applied. It's a hard balance to try and find. Now, I know when we added Kurt, it was kind of easy to add him in because we definitely wanted to have another guy for Todd, and also to kind of balance the girls out. But it's hard because now we could have another girl or another guy, and you guys are sending in such amazing submissions, and it's hard because so many of you are so inspiring, and I don't know what to do. It's like no easy decision to pick the 5th member. So we just want to take our time. We've been reaching out to some of you we still need to reach out. We're just trying to kind of talk to you more, see about the personality fit, because we do talk every day in a chat. So this is something where the collab members, we are talking all the time. If we're struggling during the week or we need tips or advice within the group, we're constantly reaching out. So it's kind of hard. I don't know what to tell you. You guys are all so wonderful and so supportive. It's really a difficult choice. Hang in there. We're still making our decision. So the 5th member will be coming soon. That's the long story short. One last thing that we've decided to do going into this next week is we are going to be doing a challenge together that was proposed to us by a dude named Kyle Johnson, or Coach Kaijo. He is a really awesome guy that we met through the CTFXC 18 Up group, and he is so inspiring. He has his Facebook page, which I will link to you in the description below, and he's just full of such motivation. He's a huge supporter of the collab. He's been there for a lot of different things, and he issued a double dare challenge. This is something that we felt like we just had to jump on and take up. I mean, the first day is 1 sit-up, 1 push-up. Okay, not too bad. So then the next day you double it. 2 sit-ups and 2 push-ups. Okay, but then it starts getting farther and farther until the last day you're doing 64 of each. That's crazy. I'm probably gonna have to break mine into sections, but I'm gonna get it done. And we're just really excited that Kyle sent this to us and asked us to take on this challenge, and I think that we're gonna have a lot of fun doing this. If you guys have any challenges you'd like us to do, please feel free to send it. We've done the Shea Carl CrossFit and now this one, and we're just really excited to see what we can do that we didn't think we could do. So, alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, your support means the world to us. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time. This week is all about our newest member, Kurt, and let's introduce you to him now.
So hey everyone, so my name is Kurt, and this is my son Jax. He's gonna sit with me during this introduction just because